Alright guys, so I'll make this quick. I just wanted to come on here and review this GJ loss. Unfortunately, it was a loss that I took on Thursday night. And I'm not even gonna lie, I had a hard time making this video, but nobody really wants to talk about losses. So, and today I'm gonna talk about basically what I was seeing this setup. I'm gonna break down this chart example right here, and then I'm going to show you an example on the charts. Before we even get into that though, I just want to say that every trader takes losses, and it's really about how you handle your emotions during that period and that you don't break your rules. Staying disciplined is a must. If you can't stay disciplined when you're going on a losing streak, then it's going to be very hard for you to be profitable, because that means that you're not following your rules. Like, let's say after I took this loss, I hopped in another trade instantly trying to get that money back. Like, that's me breaking my rules, and then in turn I'll have a harder time being profitable for that week, or maybe even for that month, just because I decide to overtrade and not follow my rules. So it's very important that you stick to those when you're going through this period, because like I said, everybody can take a win, but not everybody knows how to handle their emotions during a losing period. So going over the setup, as you can see, structure is making lower lows and lower highs, meaning that we're bearish. Honestly, I was looking at the break and retest level on the 15-minute. Some people call this a breaker. I literally just call it break and retest. I was looking at the supply that failed. So honestly, on the charts, I just marked out the whole. On the charts, I marked out the whole demand right here that had failed, and then waited for the break and then for price to come back into this area. As soon as price came back into this 15-minute POI, what I did was hop on to the 3-minute. So on the 3-minute here, same thing. Once we got on another time frame, 3-minute structure is bullish, so I wanted to see price shift structure. Once we got that shift in structure, I then marked out this POI up here. I actually had two. Matter of fact, I was looking at the break, so there was a POI right here around like 50%, and I ended up taking it, and that's what gave me my loss, because I took this first POI sort of being impatient, thinking that the trend was gonna hit this and continue down. And another thing was about this, we wasn't even in session, so this happened in pre-London. So I figured that this got stopped out. There was also news that I didn't check that happened to push price up, and then we got this immediate reaction down. So you guys will see on the charts what I mean, but I just wanted to break down the price example just to show you what I was looking at the time and give you more of an idea of what I was seeing. So without further ado, let's hop down onto the charts and view the example of the setup I took on Thursday. On Thursday. Alright, so getting into it, we have this 15-minute POI right here, as you can see. Now, why did I choose this area? Looking at structure on the 15-minute right now, you can see that we're making lower highs and lower lows, so we're bearish right now. So we want to be looking for sells if we want to trade with the trend. And like I said, we have this breakup structure right here. We're making lower highs and lower lows. So that's part one of it. Part two, I have marked, I believe I drew up my fib. It was somewhere up here, down here. And you can see that this area lines up with the 80. So this was a very high confluence area for me. After I did that and I saw everything lining up, I went on. Well, first off, I'm going to play price, and we're going to wait till price gets to our 15-minute zone. So once price gets to our 15-minute zone, what we want to do is switch on to our confirmation time frame. Once we're on our confirmation time frame, I'm looking at structure here as well. So if we go to the line chart, you can see we're making higher highs and higher lows now on the 3-minute. So now what we want to see is we just want to see a shift in structure off the zone to prove that price wants to be bearish. So now I'm just going to play price out, and as you can see, we start to consolidate until we end up breaking the zone, causing this demand zone to fail. That's why we're DF here. DF stands for demand failure. Oops, trying to line this up. I hate like when you're doing this and like you're like stretching all out. You're doing this with a chart and it just moves your icons around like that. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So we end up seeing price breaking this low right here. After that, I had marked out this POI. Now why did I mark out this POI? At the time we was looking at the trade, price was making higher highs and higher lows, so this was the last higher low. And what caused the break of this higher low? I have marked out this zone right here. Now why did I mark out this zone? Because we have a fair value gap, and like I said, it's the supply that caused this demand to fail. So I had a heavy interest in this area to sell just because of those confluences. Now once price gets to the zone, since we're entering on this time frame, we're looking for a break of the candle's low off of the zone to get our entry. So I'm just gonna play price and show y'all how it played out. So now you can see we tap, and my entry was literally on the break of this candle's low right here, where we was in a little bit of profit, and then we immediately come back into drawdown. So now we're in a little bit of profit right here. Right here was a very important area because as you can see, price had made this low. I was like, okay, if we get the break of this low, we're obviously going to go lower. But that's not what happened. Price ended up holding this zone actually, and this is where I should have honestly gotten out of the trade, was right around here. After I saw that engulfing print, I should have knew that price was coming down here, making its low, and then basically coming back up here to these premium supply zones to sell from. I basically sold from the 38.2, and unless the market is very strongly trending, then it's not, it's most of the time it's not going to work out. So I'm gonna just keep playing price, and you can see we're still consolidating for a little bit, and then we end up breaking above. At this point the trade is invalid. As soon as we break up here, I honestly could have closed as soon as we saw, like I said, as soon as we saw this candle right here, this engulfing candle, I could have closed. This would have been another good place to close at right here as well. So instead of risking the whole 8.4 pips, we would have closed at around like a 4 pip loss. So cutting your losses is very important. That's also something that I'm working on, guys. So now that we're on our 3-minute POI, I'm just gonna show you guys. This would have been the one that we wanted to enter off of. So I'm just gonna. So actually, this is how we would have entered. I'm gonna play price out as if I was entering this now. So price is at our zone. What we want to see is a break of this candle's low. So I'm just gonna play price, and we're waiting. Okay. So we immediately get the break of the low, and I'm gonna get my short right here. So honestly, since we got this candle, we was looking for the break of the low for this candle, but this candle printed, and the next candle ended up breaking the low. So our entry would have most likely been somewhere along here. And if we're being realistic, spread probably would have put us in a little bit lower from where we initially wanted to get in, but it's close enough. So stop loss, you can have stop loss above the candle's high. This would be the safe stop loss above the zone, but in this case I'm just going to do above the candle's high. And then as you can see, our 1R, we automatically put move stops to break even at 1R, making the trade risk free. So now we're just gonna play price, and this was one of our targets down here at this 15-minute zone, basically back down to the low. So I'm gonna play price now, and as you can see, TP immediately gets hit. So that's all I got for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did learn something new, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.